So I start by asking the following question. Certain people say, look, Ari, I spend a lot of money, 3,000 a month.
Um,
That's a lot.
I
Other
think
people
I'd
go, you'll
rather not
never meet
share a
someone who spends
number,
more than me. It's
but I would be
8,000 a
happy to
month.
share
So what
that
I'm
my
finding is
number
everyone's
to me,
definition
and
of a
I think
lot is
in
different.
my
Do you mind
community of
sharing
friends,
every
which
month
are,
is of
I have a
course a
big
little
circle of
different,
friends
but
that
is
I
there a general
have
range
known
where
since
every month you find,
kindergarten,
hey, I'm generally
and an
spending
even
this
larger
amount of
circle of
money?
college friends. And I think like my spending is pretty low. And one of the reasons for that is um, I just feel like I've lived a modest life, and I get pleasure from, well, let's just think about the things I talked about. Time outdoors, time in or on salt water, breaking a sweat. These are not expensive things. I don't do a lot of luxury travel. I don't, get a new car every couple of years. So I think my spending is really modest, and I think I'm one of those people that you talk about on your shows that you're trying to convince them to spend more. And I think I feel like I don't deny myself. Like one of the things growing up, we would go out to dinner now and then, not too often. Um, I eat a lot of meals out now, and I've just like it took me a while to just accept that that's the luxury, such it is, that I'll allow myself. But it's really, it's not the same as a payment on a luxury car going out to dinner. So yeah, so I think I live comfortably within my means. I think I have, the possibilities open to me for, being living a little bit more luxurious and doing a little bit more, travel and splurging a little bit more.
You don't ask, so I'm always going to ask, so I appreciate it. Beautiful. And please continue this candor because, David, I love this. And my dad used to always say, he goes, look, you're at no if you don't ask. So I'm always going to ask. So I appreciate it. I love, and I feel the same way, like my sweat when I'm playing soccer, my stimulation, my happiness level, there's no money that can possibly replace that. So I love the things you love doing, fortunately, don't cost a lot of money. At the same time, I don't want you to be mad at me if you are 85 in what, 50, 55 years now, when you have six, seven, eight, 10 million bucks and you have regret. The good news is you're like, look, I'm not feeling like I can't do what I want to
I
do.
mean,
But
just
is there a dollar
recently,
amount that you
as I
think
mentioned,
about where
I'm
you're
going
like,
to turn
look, if I were to
65 in a few
pass
months, and
with this amount of money, I would
so I'm
look
kind
back
of
and go,
doing a
why
little bit of
didn't I
new
do X, Y,
planning
Z?
around what that's
Or
going to
do you
look
go, look, I
like.
live in the moment, I see my portfolio is
And
still growing,
really, for the
and
first
whatever's
time, I've
left
thought
over is left
about,
over? Like, how do you
what I
look at
might
legacy
want
play?
to bequeath to my two daughters. Before, and I have a feeling they would agree with me, like, just spend it. Just go, do your thing. But I do think it's possible for me to leave them something. And I think that's for the first time is something that I'm incorporating into my plan. But I would say like the broader issue for me is, just what we were talking about is like, um, thinking about what I like to do and trying to make it possible to do that on a routine basis. So I'll give you another example. And you threw in the word regret, although I'm not sure you were asking me what are my regrets, but I'll share one. I live pretty close to the Long Island Sound, and there's a great coastline there, and I would love to own a boat or even a kayak. But when I first moved here, I didn't really know how long I was going to be here, and I kept on delaying that, and I was still working. But now I've been out of the workforce for 4 years, and I still haven't lived that dream of a couple of kayaks, a boat, to get out onto the water in the way I said is something that I really enjoy. Um, so I guess I feel like sometimes we might need to remind ourselves that, what is it that I really care about? What gives me joy? And to try to make it, this is really the theme, I think, is to make it easy to do the things you like to do. And so for me, I have a great walking trail at the beach. That's readily accessible to me, and I could do that anytime. The pickleball community is very accessible to me. The hiking is very accessible. Any day of the week, I don't have to make an advanced plan. I can get up and do things I love to do. And I think it's about broadening that a little bit more to the things I just mentioned, maybe a boat or a kayak, other things that I like to do. So that's kind of the reminder is just to look at, what you love and make it part of your day.